We got 7 systems just came in the mail. 3 Xbox, 4 PlayStations. One of them are the Slim, all for HDMI ports. So let's fix them one by one. Let's go. Number 1. This is number 1, and in for an HDMI port. So let's go ahead and fix it. All right, we got it out. So let's go ahead and disassemble this. All right, we removed all the screws out of here. We got this. We got the power supply, and this comes out, and then this comes out. Let's remove the X. Let's go under the microscope. We got the old port out, so let's go ahead and install that new one. Now let's solder it down and we'll be good to go. Alright, we got the first one ready, so let's go ahead and reassemble and test. Assembled good enough to test, so let's go under the TV. Alright, press the power button. And that's like and it's ready. We're local in Memphis for same-day repair. Alright, Xbox One is ready. Let's do Xbox 2. This is the second Xbox, so let's go ahead and clean it and do the HDMI port. Alright, the second system is super filthy, so let's get to it. So first thing we do, paper towel with Windex so we can collect all of this dust so we don't have to blow it around. I'll go ahead and clean it and show you the after results. Look at this. I don't know what that is, but it's full of it. Looks like system number 2 might got some roaches. Let's go ahead and clean that shell out real quick and we'll put it back together. Well, not together, but finish doing the HDMI work. Clean it the best I can, so let's go ahead right here. Dust falling out, so let me get that Windex and paper. Alright, we got it cleaned good enough, so let's go ahead and disassemble. Alright, the second one we got the motherboard out, so under the microscope. Alright, we got that second one out, so we install the new HDMI port and let's solder it down. Alright, we are ready on this one. Let's reassemble and test. Alright, assembled good enough to test, so let's go ahead on the TV. And the second one is ready, so we can go ahead and reassemble and work on the third one. The second system, let's go turn it off and work on the third one. Alright, the third system, I'm testing to make sure it has power before we open it up, and there's no power to this one, and it does look like somebody been in it before. So the third system has no power and maybe a loose HDMI port, so let's open it up and see what went wrong with this one. Looks like somebody tampered with it and it has a problem. Alright, I removed the first sticker and there was no screw under there, so let's remove the second sticker. It looks like somebody peeled it for us. Let's remove that screw. So we're missing one screw. And they got these crisscross going in circles, which is not supposed to be like that, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and open it. And also it's missing the CD thingy drive that holds the CD drive in its place. And also again, this strap is not on right. You can tell this strap is not on right. This thing goes right here, and this goes right here to this little slot. Let's remove the fan and remove them 3 green screws and take out the. Alright, and from the looks of it, they didn't put the screws in correctly. Look at these screws, they're supposed to be on top of the shield and not under it. Let's remove the disk drive and go for it. Alright, disk drive out. And just missing some screws, and they didn't put the screw shield on correctly. Alright, you see them screws, they're supposed to be on top of this and not on the bottom. So whoever worked on this is practicing on customers' devices. So let's get to it. Like, what the fuckity fuck is going on here? Look at this. This is completely wrong, and you can't make this shit up. We got the X clamp out, but they did a number on this HDMI port. So let's go ahead and remove this. Look at that. Sure, there's no other damage. You can tell the capacitor right there has broken. Alright, let's go under the microscope. Alright, I took the HDMI port out to see the mess, so we got a few missing pads, and for no power, I think they overheated that little chip, so we may need to replace that small chip. Alright, after removing that hot of a mess of an HDMI port, let's go ahead and solder. Alright, let's go ahead and install this new one. And let's go ahead and solder it down. Alright, we soldered the new one down, so let's go ahead and jump the missing pads. We got 3 of them that we have to repair, and then we can test. Alright, we got our 3 jumpers. Let's see if we can see them from here. Alright, there goes our 3 jumpers, so let's go ahead and reassemble and test. Alright, the back side is soldered down. I did clean the IC, I didn't change it, so we will test to see if it has power after we fix that big blob of solder they had all over. And if it doesn't have power, we can diagnose the power issue. Alright, I'm putting it back together. Alright, assembled good enough to test. We can put the screws on top of the shield later and not on the bottom. But let's go ahead and test and see if we have power. Let's put it in the shell. Alright, from the looks of it, this power button connector is loose, so let's solder a new. Alright, so we will solder a new power button connector. Let's go back under the microscope. Let's go ahead and remove that connector. Alright, we have that old connector out. That no power probably was from this connector, so let's grab a new one. This is the last one I got, so hope I can remember to order more. Old connector is there, new connector is here, so let's go ahead and put it in its place and solder it. Alright, new connector soldered, old connector to the side. Let's reassemble again and test. Alright, reassembled, so let's put it in the shell. And alright, got it assembled, so the moment of truth. Okay, there you go. Do we have an image? And we do have an image. Do not block any illumination. That's probably because the system was turned off, God knows, but the fan is spinning. And we're gonna go ahead and hold the power button for about 10 seconds. Turn it completely off, and let's congratulate ourselves for having 3 Xbox ready, and we can work on the other 4 PS5s.